Mr. Friend, your talk at the Lokalrundfunktage this year is much about driving for digital radio, and it's much focused about a future radio or a new radio. Why is it that we actually have to talk about a future radio? So it's quite a new kind of radio.
So most media is going digital, and I believe that every country has to decide whether they want radio to stay analog or to become digital. And with digital come all kinds of new possibilities for radio, which many audiences want, particularly younger audiences. We can see that very clearly in the UK, have a real demand for a different kind of radio.
So with the future of the new radios, there are so many new devices coming up and everything is still in progress. You are from the BBC, one of the most modern radio stations worldwide. So which kind of devices are already in use at the BBC, which is already pointing to the future radio?
So we talk in the BBC about broadcasting all of our media onto 4 screens. So we have, of course, a computer, which is normal to think about streaming radio onto a computer. That is it's normal behavior now. We have more traditional television and radios. That's the second screen. But of course, even those are becoming connected devices now. They're no longer just dumb terminals. We then have mobile devices, where we've seen a massive shift towards radio being consumed on mobile devices, and an even bigger shift to our 4th screen, which is tablets. So radio and TV, PC, mobile and tablet, they're the kind of the families of device. But I wouldn't rule out any device with a screen. I wouldn't say that any device shouldn't have radio. I think radio should be ubiquitous and available and prominent within all devices.
As radio is now channeled through all those different kinds of broadcasting, do you think the role of radio is changed by that?
I think fundamentally radio has an important role, both as a source of information, entertainment, as a kind of companion to your life, but also it's quite unique in that it can be a background experience. So in terms of, if you look at the way that people use several screens at once, common behavior amongst kids, our regulator looks at this every year. You see increasing amount of multi-screen use. So radio is quite unique with that. Audio is quite unique. So in a sense, that hasn't changed. I just think its context for the role of radio has changed. I don't think the essential role of radio changes one bit.
So if you had to put the whole idea of a new and future radio into a nutshell for your German colleagues and just really nail it down in one sentence, what could that be?
So I think radio has to become more visual, and it has to be more connected in with people's lives. So we have a chance to really improve the live experience. We have a chance to make radio bigger by unlocking all of the archive of content we have, of international content, but somehow curating that and making that a more real experience.